Alright, here we are at the tank. We've got Coral's Coral Lens on the phone. We're going to show you guys some tips and tricks, how to best use your lens, how to get the most out of it, how to get some epic photos of your reef. The goal of the lens is to cut through the blue so that you can get pictures that are true to life. Just what you see in person is what you see on the phone, what you're able to share with people, and you can really maximize sales. It'll help you get more money out of your corals if your pictures look right. It'll also just help you show off more if you just want to show friends and family, other reefers, how awesome your tank is, but you're sick of being like, oh yeah, but it's like way better than that in person, and it's like super bright and it's actually yellow, not green, and blah 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 blah. This is the way to do it. So we're going to go through a few pointers, and then you guys are welcome to leave a comment. Let us know how you're doing. Let us know any questions, and share your pictures. Go on Instagram, tag us at Coral's Coral. Use the hashtags Cut Through the Blue and Coral's Coral Lens, and we will be featuring pictures and videos that are taken with the lens on our feed every once in a while. To start out with the tips, we're going to first talk about getting the clearest picture possible. So what you want to do to get the clearest picture possible is to have your lens parallel to your glass. So that means you just want it straight on. If it's at an angle, if it's up, or if it's down, or if it's to the side one way or the other way, your picture will get distorted because of the glass. Sometimes that's the best way to get the best photo, and that's okay, but you want to pay close attention to how clear the picture is. You want to see if any of the shapes are kind of skewing at all. I'll show you a little bit about how just changing the angle can kind of change everything. So we're gonna have this bounce here. This is a no-name bounce that we're growing out right now. He's got some cool orange bubbles. They've got like a little bit of green on them and blue. So this is head on. This is showing you kind of the best picture that we're able to get with this lens. You can see a lot of detail. You can see all of the vesicles. You can see little tiny shades of blue. You can see dark blue, light blue. You can see everything. Now I'm going to show you guys, if I just change the angle just a little bit. We're going off to the side now. It's still pretty good, but it's much more fuzzy this way, and in the end it's going to give you a lot less polished of a picture. So this is off to the side. Sometimes people even go crazy. They'll go, you can definitely tell a difference there. They'll go off to the side and up, or like they just do crazy angles to try to get the best picture. If we go head on, we get the best, most clear photo we can. The next tip is to hold your phone as still as possible. So I recommend resting your arms or your hands on something if possible. You can sit in a chair, put your elbows on your legs, put your elbows on the armrests. You can rest your phone on your actual tank glass. That'll kind of kill two birds with one stone. You get perfectly aligned with your glass. Your camera's getting stabilized by the glass, so it's not going to be wobbling. So one of the things that's tough with macro or close-up photography is that since you're usually zoomed in a little bit and it's focusing on such a fine point, any little tiny shake will make a big difference. And especially if you're taking a picture of something that is moving around. Let's see. We'll go to the torch here. This is already going to be a little bit of a tough photo to get because the tentacles are moving. And so you're going to maybe want to take a few pictures to make sure that you get the right spot and so that it looks as best as it can. But the other thing is, if you're shaking, if you're moving around, even if it's just like a little bit, or you just like when you tap the phone, you kind of bump it, then it's going to make the picture blurry. It's not going to turn out very clear, and it's going to hurt the photograph. It's going to make your end result not as great as it could be. So that's the second tip, is to hold your phone as still as possible. So we've gone over keep your phone parallel to your glass. Hold your phone as steady as possible. And my final tip, kind of my first basic, or my final basic tip for you guys, is to take a ton of photos. Take a picture, evaluate it, see what could be better, try again, or take a bunch of pictures. Sometimes you just have to take 1,000,000 pictures. We live in a world where we have virtually unlimited memory. We have cloud storage, we have SD cards that we can put in our phones to make the memory basically infinite. And so don't be afraid to take as many pictures as you can. The other thing is, even if we don't all have unlimited memory cards, we don't have unlimited cloud storage, stuff like that. But the other great thing is that we can just delete the photo and then we have our memory back. So take as many as you want, go through, look at them, see what could be better, try again, try from a different angle, try from a new perspective, try at a different time of day, do all kinds of stuff to see what you can get. And do not be afraid to take 1,000,000 photos. Professional photographers, they'll take thousands of photographs just to get their one good one. I guarantee you all of the pictures you see that make you gasp online, the awesome coral pictures, the National Geographic, all of those pictures took dozens or hundreds or thousands of exposures to get that one that stood out and was exactly what they were hoping it would be. So those are my first 3 tips to have the most clarity, keep it as parallel to your glass as possible, to hold your phone as still as possible, and to be patient, to take as many pictures as you can, take tons, hundreds of pictures, see how they turn out, always be working on it, and sooner than later you're going to be taking epic photos of your reef with Coral Lens.